I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
So, first episode of Company Men. We're here, 3 weeks in the making. That's what we've been wanting to do this for a while. And we're finally here. A lot of talk. Many nights of scribing things on a piece of paper and working out how we're going to do this and what the best way to do it is. And a bit of trouble with the studio, but nevertheless, we're here.
We got set up. This is a work in progress, but I'm pretty happy with what we did.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
It makes a hell of a difference. So, we are the Company Men. My name's Ryan.
My name's Lockie.
And we are putting together this podcast to help inspiring young entrepreneurs like ourselves to discover the road of business. And a lot of the challenges and a lot of the struggles we have are very relatable.
100%.
I think so.
I think as we're going through the trenches, we're trying to help other people through that process who might be at the same stage. Because, we're not making tens of hundreds of millions of dollars. We're still beginning. We're still doing small fry stuff.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. That's why we're here.
It is. Lockie, how's business?
Good question, Ryan. Business has been good. Business has been good this past week. So I run a brand called Mithra's Nutrition. We make gym rat jerky. Best high protein jerky on the market.
I agree. Best.
The best.
It's the best. There's nothing quite like it. No preservatives, is that right?
We got no preservatives. We got no added sugar. We got no soy. We got no seed oils.
Right.
This is real food. That's what it is. It's a real food snack.
It is. It's beautiful. It's very clean. It's very nice. The reviews are fantastic on it. I agree.
Well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that fully later. But anyways, Gym Rat Jerky, we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary, 1st of September, last week as of the date of recording. And we did about $700 in sales.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a very cool milestone, 1 year of business. And, I'm sure over your journey, you've had a lot of challenges and all that, but to get to a year, and past those challenges, and to succeed, it's fantastic.
100%.
Be here.
And there's been a lot of challenges in that first year, mostly on product stability. That's been the biggest thing, is that I have stock that goes bad within a few months when I'm really going for a 6-month shelf life.
And why does it go bad?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. I think we've cracked the code.
Yeah.
So in the next few months, we should have a solution.
All right. Because that means you can go wholesale then.
That means I can go wholesale.
And start leveling up once you get
and that's the point. I think this is a great product because it has that unique selling point of being gym rat jerky. It's for gym rats. It's for people who go to the gym. So then the play is obviously, supplement shops, gyms, any fitness center of that nature. And so that's going to be the move, hopefully in the new year, if we get this product stability stuff ironed out. And I'm just working on marketing right now. That's my biggest thing, is just getting exposure. Yep. Exposure is the name of the game. Eyeballs.
Because eyeballs means revenue.
100%. And it doesn't matter how good your product is. You can have the best product in the world with the best use case. But if no one sees it, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Exactly right. There's a lot of businesses out there that don't do things very well, but they're just exceptionally good at marketing.
Yeah, 100%.
And they've got incredible market share. So you can, your product is fantastic. The business, the image that your business embodies, it's great. I love it.
Thanks.
I'm a real supporter. I'm a customer, in fact.
You're a customer.
I love it. I love the apparel that you guys have got going. And if you just bring eyeballs to that, people will understand and they'll believe what I believe and they'll have a push it. It's really good.
That's the name of the game. So that's the challenge. But that's enough about me. Ryan, how's business?
Business as well. Business is very good. So it's very busy. Every day's a challenge. I've just taken a couple of days off because I'm starting to get quite burnt out. But my company is a profitable sports betting strategy. So we give these bets to people, and if they bet on them in the long term, they're going to make money.
Sure.
They're getting better value than what the probability suggests. Positive expected value, and we're starting to launch arbitraging soon, which is risk-free. That's fantastic. You make a small percentage in profit on every bet, but it's risk-free, and that's the main thing. Everyone has risks.
Sure.
I'm a seasoned pro bettor for a while. So I don't really mind the risk because I know it's going to come around, but especially the people starting, arbitrage is just fantastic. They see it and they make tax-free and risk-free profit. So, there's a lot of things happening with WagerWise. It's really starting to take off. I've done some SEO recently and that's making a hell of a difference. Just starting to get influx of members and people are making lots and lots of money. And that's what I love to see.
Yeah.
People just making money. It's great.
I mean, disclaimer, I use the service. I'm a customer of WagerWise.
You are a customer.
I love it. It's awesome. It's so easy. You just check the table every few days, and I'm trying to do it every day now because I'm really trying to take it seriously.
Correct. How'd you go last night on it?
Had a great night.
Yeah.
I staked 300 and I got up 600, which is pretty good.
That's what we call good variance.
It's fantastic.
It is. So your expected value does sit around that. But you've had a bit of a rough couple of weeks, but it was finally good for it to come around and get some wins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely up. What am I up? Geez, maybe 50%. And I've been using it for 2 or 3 months, but not very strictly, every couple of weeks. Yeah.
Exactly right. I mean, if you invest in the S&P or the Nasdaq, the ASX, you're looking at 8% a year realistically, and you've done 50%. 50% in...
I don't even want to know the maths on how much more that is.
No, it's crazy. And it's
absurd.
It's compounding as well. So it's just not like you get at the end of the year.
I really like the service. I really like the product. And, it's easy. I don't know anything about betting.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about sports betting. But it's a real spoon-feed solution.
Exactly right. It's simple.
Which I appreciate.
I mean, that's the whole thing behind WagerWise.
Yeah. And, as a company man, as a very busy entrepreneur, I don't have time to learn about sports betting. I just don't have time.
No, exactly right.
But this tells me exactly what to do. So I think you've got a great service.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
WagerWise to the moon.
It's good. So we'll get into a little bit about why we decided to make this podcast. Because, I mean, this is the first episode, right? So people listening, they don't really know who we are or what we do. They now know we have businesses.
Mm-hmm.
However, we'll talk about why we wanted to make this podcast. I mean, there's quite a few underlying reasons.
Yeah, I think we should take it all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start from the start. We've been roommates now for about 6 months.
I believe so, yeah.
Roughly 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3 weeks ago to the day. We did a trip down to another part of the state, right?
Yeah.
We
went south.
We went south. We parked up at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Empty house, new location, safe house. Set up some monitors in the kitchen. And we literally got cooking.
We did. We worked.
We spent all day on the computers, hammering out some new offers.
Mm-hmm.
You were working on some new stuff. I was working on some new stuff. You were working on the same.
Mm-hmm.
We got some work done.
Yep.
Anyways, we drove down together, and then as we were driving back, a few days after our cooking sesh, some Breaking Bad.
We were cooking.
In
the car, what were we doing? We're cooking.
Jesse, we had to cook.
Yeah.
So we were talking, and I think you brought up the idea of a podcast.
Because I listen to quite a few podcasts when I work.
Sure.
Because, my day consists of programming. So I like to listen to podcasts. And I thought, we love a bit of shit talk.
We do.
We do. That's our day, isn't it? When we're talking, it's just complete and utter shit talk. But it's productive shit talk at the same time. We're like, why don't we capture that? Because I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
So we planned, and we're here.
Company men.
We are company men. And
I think, a lot of boys shit talk. They have their mates, and there's that cliche of like, oh, bro, we should start a podcast. We're so funny.
Agreed.
But this isn't about jokes. This is about value.
It is.
Because when we talk, we share a lot of value with each other.
100%.
Business, mindset, personal growth, self-improvement. And that's really what we're trying to bring to others at scale.
Yes, it is. I mean, when people shit talk, they just have fun, whatever. But like you said, ours brings value. I mean, we're very much in the same place when it comes to our companies. We're very much starting. I've been doing this for 9 months, I think, and you've been doing it for a year. So we're very similar playing fields.
Yes.
I mean, you have a problem or something like that, you come to me, and vice versa. Like we're very much good at different things, and we want to capture our journey and inspire other people because it's not hard. A lot of people think it's very hard to do what we're doing, but it's not.
No.
It's really not. It's quite simple. You just have to start.
Sure.
And that's all it is. It's just starting.
Yeah.
And we hope this platform can show this.
Inspire some people and give some practical tips on how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's get to the root of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
What does an entrepreneur do?
Yeah. So, I believe entrepreneurship is about bringing value, and in that value, the underlying reason of that value is you're solving a problem. So, even though yours is a consumable product, you're still solving a problem.
Sure.
And mine's about sports betting. I'm solving a problem. And that's what it is. It's about capitalizing on the solution and commercializing it, realistically. Sure. You're just selling it and providing that solution to other people who have that problem. And that's what I believe entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Identify the problem, sell the solution.
100%.
And I would jump in and say that if you are having that problem, there's probably a ton of people out there who are having the exact same problem.
Agreed.
If you can get a solution for that, you can complain about the problem, or you can solve it and then sell that.
Yes, yeah, 100%. And I mean, ideas are a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got an idea. Everyone's got the next big idea. It's all about execution, and that's what an entrepreneur does. Is they execute. Sure. They go in, they have this solution, and they find a way to commercialize it and execute it. And that's what we're doing. And we class ourselves as entrepreneurs. And I mean, that's what it's all about. Execution.
100%. I've got an idea for a funny little segment we could do.
Sure.
A little entertaining little segment. Let's go through a day in the life. Let's start with you. Let's go through a day in the life.
Day in the life
of Mr. Ryan WagerWise.
Mr. Ryan WagerWise.
What does he do?
What do I do?
Let's give us a play-by-play.
So, I wake up, play a bit of chess. I love some chess. It's good. I mean, I'm only 500 ELO.
You gotta start somewhere, mate.
Gotta start somewhere. E4, always. King's Pawn opening. And I wake up, play chess, make some breakfast. Got to start the day off right. Big breakfast. I'm a big believer in always having breakfast, starting well.
Sure.
Wait about an hour, then I drink my coffee, and I sit down at my desk. And my day, pretty much from that point onwards, consists of coding. At the moment, it's a lot of coding. Sometimes I do other things. I'm starting to venture into content creation.
Okay.
My individual company. And sometimes I do SEO work, but it's mainly programming. And in programming, if anyone knows about that, I do a lot of JavaScript and Python, and I'm starting to work into some Swift and Kotlin. So I really do everything. I'm a front-end developer and a back-end developer. And then have some breaks, go to the gym, and that's it. Just coding.
How many hours a day are you putting into slapping keys, as we like to call it?
Slapping keys. I slap a lot of keys. I'm pretty good at it.
Pretty good at it?
Pretty good at slapping keys. No, in all seriousness. I'd say about 8 to 10 hours. On a bad day, it's probably we're looking at 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
But to make my income, I'm a match better. So I bet on a lot of horses,
mm-hmm.
and I have a profitable strategy when it comes to horses. And so that gives me the flexibility to not work, and so I can focus on my company full time.
What do you mean by that? You have a profitable strategy on betting on horses. I know a lot of guys with profitable betting strategies.
Yes.
We've encountered a few of them.
Yeah, they get round, they're mobile.
They're extremely mobile.
Extremely mobile. But the truth is, it's very hard to have a profitable strategy.
Sure.
There's only a few that really exist. You've got promotionals, you've got arbitraging, you've got middles, you've got positive expected value. And I mean, there's a few other little things, but they're pretty much the main ones. I do match betting,
mm-hmm.
Which means I'm getting my value out of a bookmaker promotion. So like horse racing, 2 to 3s, I can extract value from that. Rather than losing $50, I might only lose $10, $15 if the horse places. And I am very lucky that I found this, and it allows me to work full-time in my own company and make it prosper.
Interesting.
Your day, tell me.
My day. So we haven't addressed this yet, but my real job, I'm self-employed in a service-based industry. So I do that most of the day. From Tuesday to Friday, I'm spending, about 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. just doing that work. It's quite a lucrative job.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very demanding.
Mm-hmm.
I help people. It's good fun. So I do that. About 8 to 6, I'm at work. I go to the gym on the way back from work.
Yes.
Hit a good sesh. I'm into bodybuilding right now, so I do a little bit of that. About 2 hours, come home, heat up some food, and then hop on the laptop, start cooking, probably for about 2 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's my day.
It's your day.
So I work on any number of ventures I got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little different to you.
You are.
As we've talked about,
How many are you doing at the moment?
We call it vehicles, right?
Yes.
So you have your one vehicle.
I've just got one monster truck.
You've got your truck. I've got a fleet.
Yes.
A fleet of probably small mopeds right now. I have a fleet of mopeds. I think I have about 5 different ventures.
Yep.
Which may or may not be a mistake. We'll see how we go. But anyways, I've got 5 ventures, and we're going to see what we can grow.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say your main venture is at the moment?
Main one is the jerky. 100% is gym rat jerky.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to push the most effort into.
Yep.
But actually, as you know, I launched a dropshipping store on the weekend.
Yes.
That was a fun one. We've worked on a few dropshipping projects
We have.
before. We've got a few interesting ones.
We sometimes do some things together.
Yeah.
Bit of fun.
A few joint ventures.
Yeah, just to increase each other's skills in different things. And,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's good fun, working with your friends.
Yeah, but
Dropshipping, sure.
yeah, I launched a store in the clothing niche, which is I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. I thought it could be a move.
Yeah.
So I tried that. I launched last night. Ran some ads targeted to the US, Facebook, Instagram ads. $20 a day. We didn't get any sales.
Right.
No conversions. I've tweaked a few little things.
Okay.
We got one abandoned checkout.
That's close.
Yeah.
Close.
We got one abandoned checkout.
Yeah.
But the name that he left was corny ass website. So he was trying to send me a message that he did not like the website. But, we don't let the haters bring us down.
No.
Here on Company Men.
No. That's a challenge.
That is a challenge.
And you just have to overcome that challenge.
It's
quite funny. So this guy, he
Yeah.
comes onto the website and he just shits on your website.
Yeah, he added 10 items to his cart, and then he put corny ass website as the name.
Right.
Yeah, and when you put yourself out there, that's just what happens. I didn't get hurt by it, as you might think. But you just gotta take these things.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run some more ads. We're gonna run better ads.
Yep.
Probably gonna give it about a week. If I don't get any sales in a week, it's just not a good product.
Yeah.
I just have to accept that. Time to move on.
Yeah.
Launch something new.
Yeah.
And we'll see how we go.
No, that's the thing with dropshipping. I don't have a great deal of experience with it. We've done a few little ventures together, and that's pretty much it. But I find a lot of people, they give up too easy.
Mm-hmm.
And you've really got to, when you have a product, you've got to believe in your product and believe it's well fitted to your niche.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to try different ad sets and really see if it works. But there's a point where it's time to go to the next one.
And I do think that's a problem inherent to dropshipping.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for me and you, with our main things, when we have a good product, we know the product is good. The product sells itself.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to convince anyone, because selling is about sharing value, not convincing.
Yes.
You're not trying to convince someone to buy. You're trying to share how that could improve their life.
Yes.
And give them value. And when you dropship something, you really don't know what the product's like. You never touch it.
No.
In case anyone doesn't know, dropshipping is where you advertise products from a Chinese wholesaler on a website like AliExpress, and then list that product listing on your own website, drive traffic to that website, receive orders. So you might sell a humidifier for $40 on your website, costs you $20 from AliExpress. Someone pays $40 and you ship them the product for $20 and you pocket the remaining $20.
Yeah, it's very lucrative if you can do it well.
If you can do it well.
Yeah, some people, they 6-figure dropshipping tools. It's just crazy. They turn over so much revenue. It works. It is a very much modern way of making money, but it works.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we have this conversation all the time that everything is dropshipping.
Everything is
The
dropshipping.
world is dropshipping when you really think about it.
The e-com space, everything online is pretty much dropshipping.
Yeah. We bought some connectors for this mic this afternoon from JB Hi-Fi. They cost us $10. You know that JB Hi-Fi got them for less than $1.
100%. If they can sell the same product, if someone can sell the same product on Amazon, and you're looking at $1-2, what's JB Hi-Fi's margin? It's astronomical, and this is how the world is.
The world is dropshipping.
The world is. It's unfortunate that we just get dropshipped on.
We do get dropshipped on.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to preach to people. That's another message of this podcast, is do not get dropshipped on.
No.
It's the worst thing you can do.
Don't have a shopping mindset.
No, that's a little tangent. I was putting up some Facebook ads. Let me explain the story here. I was putting up some Facebook ads the other day, and Facebook suggested this little thing to pair your ads with other ads because it targets people in a shopping mindset. We thought that was pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
It describes a lot of people that we know.
It is. That is just the typical consumer, and that's what you want to capitalize on as a dropshipper.
Sure.
As an entrepreneur, not as much.
No.
You want to bring value, but as a dropshipper, you still want to bring value, and that's one of the key metrics that you can test your product against, to whether it's a winning product. Right?
Sure.
Is value, and if it solves a problem. But ultimately, you're marketing these products to people with shopping mindsets.
Shopping mindsets.
Shoppers, in fact.
Shoppers.
They are shoppers.
Impulse buyers.
Impulse
They
buyers.
see something in their feed and they tap on it and they buy it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bread and butter for a lot of people out there. But we try to preach to not have a shopping mindset.
No, you don't want to. You really don't. Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's going to do it.
Someone's got to do the shopping.
Yeah. But, I mean, when there's money to be made in different avenues, I mean, you've got to capitalise on it, and that's what dropshippers do, and they do it really well. I think it's quite admirable, the way they can market these products, and they really just put it out to the world and doing these over, because we've done it, and we haven't done crazy well, we've been profitable.
No, sure.
But some people can just have to touch.
They
Midas
just have
touch.
to Yeah, for sure.
They can pick these products, they can just see them.
And I mean, we remarked on this when we did it. It's pretty crazy that we spent about 10 hours building the website combined, listed some product ads on Facebook, pushed them out there. We woke up in the morning, someone had seen our website, read through it, and pressed buy.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I mean, our ad spend was so low. I think it was like $10, $20 a day at the start, and the impressions were horrid. Like, I think it was like 200 impressions on Facebook per $10.
Which is not good. Now I probably got about 1,000 impressions in the US market for $10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We got stiffed.
Yeah. That's the tough thing about being an Aussie.
Yeah.
Is that there's just not a lot of people here.
No. And the way the Facebook system is, it's a bidding strategy, and it's just, some people just have more money. They want to advertise.
Yeah.
And it hurts your margins.
Sure.
But then it also, like, because of that, it raises the cost of living.
Yeah.
Because people got to advertise. Businesses have to advertise.
Yeah,
and
we got to do it. I mean, you've played around a little bit with paid ads, right? With WagerWise.
A little bit here and there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does get expensive.
Mhm.
My WagerWise ads actually did far better in terms of how much money I had to spend.
Sure.
Then
Your ROAS, your return on ad spend.
yeah, it was better. I did break even on the ads, which is quite fortunate. I assume that would be the case. It would be quite a low conversion ad, because people who aren't in the space, they see my company and it's too hard to believe. It's too good to be true.
Sure.
Essentially, that's all it is. It's just too good to be true.
Because it's tax-free profits.
Tax-free, exactly
Tax-free.
right. And eventually, when we have arbitrage in about 8 weeks, tax-free, risk-free.
Huge.
When it comes to money, that is just the bee's knees, right?
We hate taxes and we hate risks.
And I will give you risk-free and tax-free profits with arbitrage.
That's how you provide value.
It's amazing.
Entrepreneurship.
It is.
Yeah.
So this week, what's the plans? What are you working on?
Good question. Today we had my Money Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I had my day off from my real job on Mondays. So we do Money Monday. We get a lot of work done on Money Monday. A lot of coffees. This is coffee number 4, I believe, of the day.
Yeah, I'd be sitting on about 4 or 5 as
Yeah.
well. We're big coffee drinkers.
We love coffee. It's the future.
It is. Future, present, and the past. It is the key to success. Like, I mean, we're sitting down and we're working and you start to drift off, and coffee. I mean, there's a reason why the modern world drinks so much of it.
Exactly.
Because it's just the future.
It's just magic.
100%.
But anyways, I did some work today on the laptop. We did a lot of planning. We did a lot of podcast planning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go to the gym. And then rest of the week, good question. I'm probably going to work on this other offer that I'm doing, which is building an online course teaching people to do my service business.
Right.
Which there's not existing competition for.
Right.
Very high ticket product, high margin, easy to fulfill. So yeah, that's probably going to happen this weekend.
And do you think you'll finish that?
I think it's entirely possible.
You're right. And how long have you been working on this little vehicle, as we call it?
This little vehicle, this little moped.
Yeah, this moped.
It's been about... I had the idea almost a year ago.
Right.
But solid work, maybe 6 weeks.
Okay. That's a pretty good turnaround.
Yeah.
And so marketing this, I assume paid ads?
Paid ads, 100%.
Yeah.
And this is going to be much better because I have played around with paid ads with the jerky, but my margin's just so low when you have a physical, real product.
Yeah.
So I can only spend a couple of bucks to acquire a customer.
Yeah. And people think, like, when they start their business, like, oh, I'll just run paid ads. Like, oh, I'll just do it. But they cost a fortune.
Yeah.
They cost so much money, and you have to have your ad set, your ad creative down to an absolute notch to make it really worth it. And your landing page is so important.
100%.
Where people come to, it needs to be just perfect, because if people don't click on that, you've just wasted money.
Yep.
And that's a challenge.
Right. And time, right?
Yeah.
You've wasted time in building the business itself without knowing if there's demand for it.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
I was more meaning, even with the good product, like, it's so important to have those two things down.
Sure.
But I mean, yeah, it definitely translates over to, like, a good product, good service. It needs to be important. But yeah, like paid ads, they're fantastic. Like advertising is great, and it's the key to successful businesses, but it needs to be done correctly.
Sure. I would just say its best strength is being such a low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
That you just make an ad or you make it creative and you have a landing page to drive traffic to, and that's it.
Yeah.
You pay a few bucks and that's how you get your exposure.
Yep.
Organic content, things like that, email marketing, they take a bit more time and more effort.
But they're lower margin. They're zero margin, in fact.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like once you have an established company, I think that is, talk about email marketing, it's the better way to be.
Sure.
Because you have people that are interested. If they sign up to your email list, you know that they're interested.
Yes.
And it's not that hard to convert on that.
Yeah, and compared to Facebook where you sift through thousands of people.
Yeah.
And you might get a 2% click-through rate, right?
Yeah.
So 98% of people don't even care about that product.
Correct.
Whereas email is pre-selected for people who care about it.
And then even so, the people who click, then you've got an even lower conversion rate on the website.
Yeah, sure.
So like you might have 5% if you're lucky, which it's hard.
Yeah, sure.
It's difficult, but it's just part of it.
But anyway, so I'm working on that new offer. So that's a digital course, so I just need to finish a script in a PowerPoint, put up a few supporting documents, and then do voiceovers for the whole thing.
Right, content creation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this weekend will be content creation.
Yeah.
We'll not going to promise I'll get it all done, but I'm going to start recording at least.
Okay.
I can pledge that to you.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
What's looking ahead for you this week?
I know I just rambled earlier about how much programming I'm going to do, but it's mostly actually content creation.
Interesting.
I want a brand identity. My company pretty much just has a website at the moment, but I would like social medias because it's so important. Like social media is just so important now with trust and something like this. You need trust because people think it's too good to be true. So I'm going to do a lot of how-to videos talking about how to use our software because someone new it might be difficult, right? Even though it's very simple, once you understand there's a learning curve. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. Building my brand identity, that's kind of quite important now.
Awesome.
And program. Can't stop slapping keys.
Can't stop slapping keys.
No.
Loves it.
So that's the plan. And I think this week will continue for maybe another 3 months. This week will be like every other week for the next 3 months. Yeah, and then
It has to be done.
Has to be done. It's important. It's very important. It's very pivotal. Everything you do for your business is important, and you have to do it with such pride and 100%. It's 100% effort all the time because you want us to succeed, and it's the only way.
I believe that you can make money the simple way. You can't make money the easy way.
No.
Things can be simple, not easy.
Explain that.
Well, something like beef jerky, right? My product is very simple. It's just steak that has the moisture removed and no artificial additives. Very simple.
Yes.
But it's not easy necessarily to sell, to scale, to maintain, to fulfill the operations. So the idea itself is simple, but it's not easy. And that's where your challenges come in.
Yeah. I agree. It's simple products and simple services are the best, but they're not easy to integrate and execute. But you want something that is simple.
Sure.
Yeah. But I think that pretty much will wrap up.
I think so. We've been recording for about half an hour now.
Yeah, I think this will wrap up the first episode. We touched on a lot of great things.
Yeah.
We touched on entrepreneur mindset, like ads, and what we do, and I think it's been pretty good.
I think in future episodes, I'd like to go over exactly what our journey was, how we came up with our ideas, how we decided to start executing on them, and exactly how we got to where we are.
Yeah, I think that makes some very good episodes. So makes it good.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Agreed.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for listening, and hope that you look out for more episodes and have enjoyed it.
You know, if you're a young Aussie dude like us and you're thinking about business, want to be self-employed, want to go down that road, just keep on listening. We really want to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, our journeys are experiences, and a lot of people, even though they won't do the same thing as what we've done, they can relate and learn from our mistakes. Like
100%.
Like paid ads, for example. Like we know that it has to be, your ad set and your landing page has to be absolutely perfect to make sense. So, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something. It's good.
Company men.
Company men. Mm.